Hello and welcome to Glorious Miniatures. My name's Jolyon, and in today's video we're going to be looking at the 2023 Warhammer 40,000 Battleforces. Now, I've written about this in my blog. It was based off the original blog post over on Games Workshop community site. I have added some more details to this, so that's why we're going to look at my blog rather than the GW one. And I will be linking this in the description of the video below. First thing to notice is we've got 6 Battleforces being released this sort of Christmas period. A couple of them have caught my eye. I don't know how long these Christmas Battleforces have been sort of going on for. I was pretty sure that they were released, not the army sets, but like these sorts of things throughout the year in previous years, or maybe that's just me thinking, having sort of crazy thoughts. But yeah, so we've got 6 of them being released, and I've put them into sort of a very vague points order. Weirdly, I'm putting the lowest amount of points in at the top, going out of the highest points at the bottom. And this number here I know is wrong already, but we can have a look at it. So you get Space Marines coming in at 505 points. That is incorrect, which is the lowest amount of points. That's basically a combat patrol worth of points. Followed by the Orks. There is a couple of variations on the points. The kits within those you can build in a couple of different ways, and if you decide to do that, then points will vary accordingly. The Astra Militarum, as far as I know, I've built, there is no sort of change in points there as well. Followed by the Leagues of Votann. Now this one here, there is no sort of kit there you can build in a different sort of way which will change the points, but you can add enhancements to the characters, which is why I put 750 points down. I've not added the enhancements, which is why I've just put that price. You could move that up by probably 45 points. The enhancements cost, I think, anywhere between 10 and 25 points, and you only can have one on each champion. So if you put the 2 most expensive on, it'd be 20 and 25 points. But that's still not going to take us, get us into second place, where the Tyranids currently reside at 860, well, 825 to 880 points. But the World Eaters are winning at 885 to 915 points. So let's not waste your time. Let's get into the contents. Let's look at the Space Marines Spearhead Battle Force. Spearhead gives you the impression of quick, well, tip of the spear, etc., a quick reaction force kind of thing. So we got a Captain with jump pack miniature. I'm very glad I didn't purchase this kit. I almost did, but I managed to hold back. I knew this was coming out, obviously. That's a porcupine. So he leads the 3 jump pack squads, the Outrider squad, and within that Outrider squad you can add the Invader ATV in 10th edition. You can change the weapons out as you see fit. It doesn't change the points, so that's why the points are as low as they are. So these are jump pack assault intercessors. Okay, I did say down here that for the reasons of this list, I put them in a Blood Angel army. You could run them as stand-in Death Company with jump packs and paint them as such, but as I currently understand 10th edition rules, I could be really wrong on this though. The assault intercessors with jump packs have the Tacticus keyword. The Death Company with jump packs don't have that, and there are a couple of other keywords and things difference between the two. So you can certainly run them as that, but there is a little, keyword difference. So I don't know. And also with the Skyclaws, I don't know if there are any other chapters which have sort of specific jump pack units. So let me know in the comments below. However, I did say here, maybe if Lamates himself crosses the Rubicon Primaris, then maybe the Death Company might get the Tacticus keyword and they sort of merge into one. Maybe at that point, I don't know. I'm just guessing there. But I did put them in this little roster right here. So the Captain with jump pack, 85 points. 3 squads of assault intercessors with jump packs, 85 points each. With the Outrider squad with the included ATV, brings us to 505 points right there, which is our lowest point scoring thing. If we look at the value, you can see that the Captain with jump pack, £25. 3 boxes of assault intercessors with jump packs, also £35. Outrider squad, $37.50. Invader ATV, $30. It gives a combined cost of £197.50. This is going off GW prices, obviously. I've got a dollar price here as well, $330. So that's pretty good. I guess if your army is currently slow moving and you're wanting a sort of a faster element to it, this could be great for you. Then we can move down to the Beast Snagger Stampede right here. Okie dokie. So this is the first one where you get some potential point changes. The battle force is led by Mosrog Scragbad, who is a dual purpose kit. So you can build him as the beast boss on Squigosaur if you wish, for slightly less points. He leads the Squighog boys and the Nob on Smasher Squig right here. They're sort of scattered all over the place. And they come with a little extra bomb squig type thing as well. They also lead some Beast Snagger boys right here, a squad of 20 of them, and the Kill Rig right here. I'm looking at this thing. I didn't write Beast Snagger boys here. That's terrible of me. I need to fix that. So the Kill Rig, that is a second thing that you can build as something else. You can turn this into a Hunter Rig, and then this chap on top turns into a Werboy on foot. So you could change the point value a little bit there if you go with those options. And I've already painted the Beast Boss on Squigosaur, as you can see right here. That majestic thing. I love painting this miniature. Orks are so much fun. I'm painting one currently for October. Yeah, they're so much fun. So I am sort of always tempted by Ork boxes. But I rarely get them though in the end. As I said, yeah, so I've already built and painted this one. I would be building Mosrog myself if I ever get around to doing it. And here you go. The points, depending on where you go with the build, you can go between 640 and 690 points. But it's not enough to get us up into the middle of the listings. Right there, I did a little list. We look at the individual cost prices right here. Oh, excuse me. Mosrog himself, £35. Beast Snagger Boys, 35 as well. Squighog Boys, 40. The Kill Rig, that's a big old kit at 85. And the combined cost of these is £190, which is now the cheapest of these battle forces. You're buying everything individually. Then we can move on to the Cadian Defense Force right here. Oi, there we go. This is... these points will stay exactly as they are, at least in 10th edition as far as I know. You don't pay extra for sponsons and stuff like that, or weapon changes. It's all just a flat point amount. And you get the Cadian Command Squad. You get 2 squads of Cadian Shock Troops and 2 Rogaldorn tanks. Okay then. Nice. I've already got a Rogaldorn, so I don't know if I would get this, unless, of course, people out there know if triple Rogaldorn lists are being used. I don't know. Let me know. I write that I'm a top-tier competitive player. That is complete rubbish. I've not played since probably 2001, although I did completely crush my opponent then. So technically, I'm undefeated since then, which is over 20 years of being an undefeated player. Amazing statistic right there. As I said, yeah, I don't play this game really technically at the moment, but I would have thought merging those 2 squads into a blob of 20, backed up by the command squad with the Rogaldorn at each end of that wing. That's how I would run that particular little list. It does bring us in at 705 points on the nose, as you can see right there. And if you break the price down, excuse me, Command Squad, $27.50. Cadian Shock Troops, box of each is £30. And the Rogaldorn is 60 quid each as well. It's the most expensive individual purchases thus far, coming at $207.50 or $345. Well, that's something to think about. Let's move down to the next one. Aha! The Votann. So this is the latest faction for Warhammer 40,000. I've already done the Leagues of Votann army set. I've already owned that one. So check top right-hand corner. Hopefully you'll be able to link to the epic unboxing I did. So epic, I did a hyperlink to the previous, to that link as well. I also did an unboxing to the Einherjar Hearthguard as well. So I've already got 5 of these geezers. What do you get in this box set? You get the Einherjar Champion right there. And you also get the Grimnir to provide some of that sweet space magic. They're backed up by 2 squads of Einherjar Hearthguard and the Hecaton Land Fortress and the Sagator. This is a very tempting offer for me. I know I've written that down there. There is a bit of wiggle room on points. As I said earlier, I've not added any enhancements to the champions right here, but that's not gonna move us high enough up to get 3rd place on the best value sort of points-wise, at least. It is a tempting one, though. I am tempted. So you get the Iron here Champion Grimnir, 2 squads of Hearthguard, the Hecaton, and the Sagittor, 750 points. Let's look at the cost. Champion, £25 on his own. The Grimnir, £27.50. 2 boxes of Iron here Hearthguard, £37.50 each. Sagittor, 40 quid. Hecaton Land Fortress, 70 quid. That comes in at £237.50 or $385, which that's quite a lot of money. So I am tempted by this one. I know I probably said that about the other 2 as well, but I'm underlining this and writing this in capitals. I am tempted by this. Before we move on to the Onslaught Swarm right here, which is the Tyranid one. Strangely, I don't think I did a Leviathan unboxing video or a post. That's a strange one. Maybe I just did a video and not a unboxing, like a blog post. It's very bad of me. So within this one, you get the Winged Hive Tyrant. I forgot what it's called for a second. I was desperately reading the words. You get the Winged Hive Tyrant, the Norn Emissary. You get 10 Gene Stealers, and you get 2 squads of 10 Hormagaunts. Now, you can build this one here as 2 other options as well. You can build it as the Swarm Lord, which is what I would personally do, or the regular Hive Tyrant. I don't like this flying one. It might be great in game, I just don't like it. And I only generally buy things because I think they look good. And then the Norn Emissary, right here, can also be built as the Norn Assimilator. So, because of this reason and this reason, there is some points differences. So you can go between 820 points and 880 points of build options, as far as I know. As I said again, I could be missing something really obvious. If I am, do let me know. But I think this is the correct amount of points, as at the time this video was made. Bearing in mind, like, points changes happen quite a bit. And if you purchase a Leviathan box set like I did, this should take you up to around about 1,500 points. Then you just got 500 more points to take you to 1,000. I think maybe in the future I will do some videos, or some blog posts at least, on what you might need to take each of these battle forces up to 2,000 points to play a game. Would those lists be remotely viable? They'd be viable, but they might be terrible because, as I said, I don't play the game. I don't chase metas or any of that nonsense. So, yeah. But it could be fun. So that's the little list I wrote. And Tyranid cost. So, Swarmlord, 37.50. Norn Emissary, 70 quid. Gene Stealers, 32.50. 2 box of Hormagaunts, 30 quid. That gives a combined total of £200 or $330. I did base these off the GW US price, by the way. So that is the US price, at least going on from the store. And then we got the Exalted of the Red Angel. The World Eaters have got themselves a saucy little battle force. This is the one I'm most tempted by. I was heavily tempted. I almost purchased the Combat Patrol recently. I may indeed end up getting that Combat Patrol as well in the future. I guess we'll have to see. So you get the Demon Primarch, Angron, leading this force. He'll be leading the 6 Exalted, or just 6 8-bound right here. That's 2 squads of 3 and 10 Berserkers, and that's all you get in this box set. There aren't really alternate builds for this. The only sort of difference is, as I said just there, is these 8-bound here. You get 2 squads of 3, and you can either run them as 8-bound or Exalted 8-bound, or one of each. So you have 2 separate squads. And if you decide to go on one of each, it'll, change the points varyingly. So if you go with the basic ones, you get 885 points. If you do Exalted 8-bound and then 8-bound as well, you get 900, or all Exalted, 915 points. That is a lot of points. Angron himself weighing in at a hefty 415. Basically almost as much. Well, almost as much as the Space Marine one. Yeah, you call them Berserkers, 200 points. And the 8-bounds right there, coming in at 885 points. So I think I did the cheap build here, but you can go up to 950. And this is our most expensive points cost battle force. Let's have a look at the cost of the kit itself. Angron himself, £100. Very nice. Khorne Berserkers are £40 each. 8-bound, 2 squads of them, £37.50. Coming in at £215, which I think is our second highest individual price, or $355. Okay then, so as I said, this is basically the one I'm most keen on getting. I did get the one a year or two ago with Mortarion in, leading his squad of Terminators. I'm very, very keen on getting this one. Thus, as things currently stand, this is the one I'm most keen on getting. I really want to paint them in Horus Heresy colors. I find myself conflicted on this because I've always considered Khorne as sort of baby's first Chaos Army particular thing. You know, they're not as refined as Nurgle or Tzeentch, or I guess Slaanesh, which I'm not particularly keen on. Although I love painting their armor, so I'm very conflicted. Anyway, right, let's have a look at the next thing. So I have these savings right here, and I've put them in the list in the order that they've come in this particular blog post. Now, the first thing I will say to this is I've based this price, and I know this might be naive or, you know, full of wishful thinking. I've based this price on last year's box price for the Battle Forces. Okay? If this price changes, obviously I will come back and change this and all these other numbers. And I will say if the price does go up to 140, the percentage savings, they do shuffle down around 4 to 5%-ish. But that gives us it still kind of gives us round about 30% savings. Maybe going up to 40% savings with the Votann one. But yeah. So the Space Marines, you get a £67.50 saving there. 34%. The Orks, £60 saving. 31%, not so good there. Acadian Defence Force, £77.50. 37%, that's pretty high. The Votann, you're saving £107.50. 45%, which is the most savings you get within these. Tyranids, £70 savings, 35%. And the World Eaters coming in at £85 saving with a 40% saving right there. So, yeah, as I said, based off last year battle prices, the savings of about a third is roughly in line with previous years. If you want to save more money, do consider using my Element Games affiliate link. It won't cost you any more money. It gives me a tiny little bit of kickback for suggesting using this affiliate link. And it's a great way to support this channel. That being said, let's scroll down to the conclusion. So, from all these battle forces, I'm genuinely tempted by the World Eaters the most. I think I will be adding them to the cart first and checking out with them straight away, and then I'll think about the Leagues of Votann. I've still got to paint up the first Leagues of Votann like army set, so I'm not in a huge rush to get them. However, which one of these 40k battle forces takes your fancy? That's my question to you. And as I said, I'm very hesitant to use the word sort of value and all that kind of stuff on these battle forces. It's a very subjective thing. Do you consider this to be great value? I mean, do you need half of these kits within these box sets? Some people might not need any of them, in which case there's no value. But if you need like half of them and then you can sell the other half, that you can get some even more money back. There might be more value there for you. But these are a good saving. It's a 30% saving on top of, you know, if you're going to buy everything separately, which is a good thing, especially like in this sort of time when, you know, there is definitely a squeeze on the wallet from all places, not just Games Workshop. As I said, I might be doing future videos or blog posts on my blog about what you might need to do take this battle force to 2,000 points. And I would be doing it from probably a thematic, something like that, point of view rather than a competition way of looking things, which I'm definitely not into that. Like I like watching matches, but I definitely don't know nearly enough to sort of write competitive lists. I would probably do it from a thematic standpoint. So maybe those videos will come along in the future. Do let me know in the comments below though. And as I said, as one other thing I didn't say is, would you be buying multiple of these box sets? For example, that World Eaters one, you could buy multiple, but you'd need to be selling Angron. And that's a £100 kit right there. If you were to sell him at, I don't know, a third off or even half price, you'd be getting a good amount of money back. It might be worthwhile. So yeah, I will be doing an Age of Sigmar video like this. I'm currently writing the blog post for it as well. So that will come first and then I'll do the video. And but I am a slow writer, so that's probably going to appear probably on Saturday. As I said, I will link this blog post in the video description below. Do make sure to come over here and read it for more details. And also do consider subscribing to my newsletter. Hopefully by then I will have added a form at the bottom of the post where you can put in your username or whatnot, or your first name, and an email address, and you'll get a monthly newsletter where you get all the blog posts I've done in that month. As I said, I'm a slow writer, so not many. It's about hopefully like 3 to 5 every month. And my top performing, like my 3 most popular YouTube videos, and any other news and stuff like that. For example, the one coming up, the news for November is most of my miniatures. I'm currently painting up my very last miniature before moving house. I move in the beginning of December. The month of November, I'm spending a week in the new place, sort of moving. All the big move is happening. We've got a lot of redecorating to do, so I'm not going to be able to paint straight away. So November, I'm going to be making videos, writing blog posts, working on the website, and I will be building miniatures in the meantime. So I'll keep a box or 2 behind there. And also, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications so you don't miss those future videos. I'm really going to be working in 2024 on improving this channel. I'll be doing a lot more sort of hobby stuff once the hobby room studio is built, basically. I can actually start recording again, which I really can't wait for. I'll be working on building this channel up, working towards YouTube partner. That is the main goal for 2024 and all that sort of stuff, and opening my print shop. Yes, indeed. So, I'll see you in the next video. Thanks, and goodbye.